You're listening to Behind the Facts, where we decode the invisible forces quietly shaping your thoughts, emotions, and everyday decisions.
And today, we're unpacking something your brain has been doing behind your back.
Okay, let's get into it. We're talking about overthinking, that voice in your head that just won't shut up, especially at 3 in the morning.
Right, but here's what's so fascinating. In the research, they don't just call it a bad habit.
Okay.
They call it R&T, repetitive negative thinking. And they describe it less as a personality flaw and more like a biological glitch.
A glitch. I like that.
Exactly. Like a little bug in your brain's software.
That feels so accurate. It reminds me of that classic scenario, You get that vague email from your boss on a Friday afternoon. Subject line, we need to talk.
Oh, that is the absolute worst feeling. Your stomach just drops.
Totally. You'd immediately assume you're fired. Your entire weekend is just gone.
You're in your head rehearsing what you'll say.
And then you walk in Monday morning, heart just pounding. And it turns out they just wanted to talk about a promotion.
Yes. You just paid a huge emotional tax on a reality that wasn't even real.
So why does our brain do that to us?
Well, the sources point to one main culprit, the default mode network, the DMN.
I found this part so interesting. The DMN is basically the brain's autopilot, right?
Precisely. The easiest way to think about it is like a seesaw.
A seesaw.
On one side, you have the part of your brain that's actually doing things, focusing.
Like writing an email or cooking dinner?
Exactly. And on the other side is the DMN. So when the doing side goes down,
The worrying side just shoots out.
it's an automatic response. Your brain goes idle, so the threat scanner turns on.
But why does it feel so, it's so physically heavy? It actually hurts sometimes.
That's the stress. There's a really great metaphor for this from Naval Ravikant. He compares it to an iron beam.
An iron beam.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
iron beam left alone is strong, it's fine. But stress is like holding one end down while trying to bend the other end up.
You're bending it in 2 directions at once.
Exactly. And that tension is usually caused by two conflicting desires.
Like, I want to be liked, but also I need to be honest.
That's the tension. That's the stress you feel in your body.
Wow. Okay, so when we feel that, our first instinct is to try and figure it out. We ask, why am I like this?
And that right there, that's the trap.
The question itself.
Yeah. The research is clear that why questions are like poison for an overthinking brain. Why is abstract. It just leads to more looping. Why am I anxious? Because I'm broken. It doesn't go anywhere useful.
So if why is the trap, what's the solution?
You have to pivot to what.
What?
What is concrete? It demands action. So instead of why am I failing, you ask, what is one small step I can take right now?
That pulls you out of the abstract worry and into the physical world.
It literally shifts your brain out of the DMN and into the action-oriented parts.
But it's so hard. Because when you try not to think about something,
It's all you can think about, the
Yeah.
pink elephant effect. So you can't fight the thought. But there is a counterintuitive tool you can use. You schedule it.
you schedule your worry, like put it on the calendar.
I know it sounds weird, but it works. You literally tell your brain, look, we will absolutely panic about this, but at 2 p.m. for 20 minutes,
You're basically creating a container for it.
Yeah.
You're setting a boundary with your own mind.
you become the referee, not just a player in the game. You're shifting the channel.
It also seems to connect to this idea of the gut versus the head.
Yes, big time. The head is the part that rationalizes and spins in circles, but your gut actually knows. It's this massive supercomputer that's been collecting data your whole life.
So the gut has already decided, and the head is just making up stories.
Pretty much. We waste so much energy trying to logically explain a decision our intuition already made.
And this all comes back to, well, to time, doesn't it?
It does. There's this definition of wasted time I came across. It's not about being unproductive.
What is it then?
Wasted time is any moment where you are not fully present.
Because you're living in an imagined future or relive past.
Yes. If you're at dinner with someone you love, but your mind is replaying that email from your boss, you're not really at dinner. You're absent.
And that's the whole tragedy of it. This moment is the only thing that's real, and we just give it away.
Right. And knowing we're all headed to zero eventually, knowing we're going to die, it sounds dark, but it's actually freeing.
It makes this moment right here incredibly precious.
Exactly. So the only real antidote to what if is what is. Get out of your head, look around the room, feel the chair you're sitting on. That is the only reality that actually exists.
That's all for today's episode.
If you enjoyed this one, take a second to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who'd enjoy it too.